The college football conferences that we all know and love are going to be changing soon, thanks to two schools that meet up every year in Dallas, not too far from here in Denton. The universities of Texas and Oklahoma have announced that they will be leaving the Big 12 and joining the SEC in the coming years. Although money wasn't the only motivating factor for these decisions, the revenue numbers tell us that it certainly played a huge role. Texas averages a profit of over $90 million per year, while Oklahoma gets over $80 million per year. The Big 12 Conference is responsible for around $40 million of these annual profits. In comparison, the SEC Conference usually distributes between $45 and $50 million to schools in its conference each year. This means that both Texas and Oklahoma would be making between $5 to $10 million more per season in the SEC than in the Big 12.
UT and Oklahoma are two of the more rich programs in the country, and they knew they could afford the move to the SEC. And so it wasn't just with financials. I think it also had to do with it being the SEC. I mean, think about it right now with college football, to name one sport. The SEC, when you put that SEC helmet sticker on, it creates a new symbol, not just for the conference, but for the university. I mean, there's a reason why the SEC is thought of so highly. I mean, first of all, they create the most money of all the conferences in college football. And when Texas and Oklahoma join the SEC, it's also going to help with recruiting. It's going to help financially because of the SEC and how wealthy the conference is, which can help those two programs, given how wealthy they are already. It can help them even more substantially financially in the future. Now, Oklahoma and Texas, not only are they already rich, not only are they already pedigree programs, but now they're part of the SEC. I mean, that's as good as it gets. I think Texas and Oklahoma both saw the movement to the SEC as a bettering for their program and in hopes of winning a national championship in the future. I definitely think that because, the SEC has such a strength, is such a strong conference overall that a team could have one, two, multiple losses in the SEC alone and still be highly thought of. That's the SEC. No other conference in college football can have a two-loss team with the hopes of making the playoff. And then when you combine that with, in the near future, with the playoff expanding to 12 likely teams, I think that gives Texas and Oklahoma the chance to make the playoff, given that, again, it's an expansion and they're part of the SEC. I mean, 4 to 5 of the top 10 programs in the country right now, when you look at just recruiting and for the future trends, when you look at possible head coaching hires, the SEC is just so more highly thought of than any other conference. So it's just upping their program, given how good they already are. It just gives them that much better of a chance.